Thanks for staying with us. We are once again continuing our conversation with Jeff Greene, who is running to be the Democratic nominee for Florida governor. A couple of questions. Immigration, you've made some very strong statements as it relates to the separation of children and what Donald Trump has done. One question I would have that you, in the role as governor, could determine decide whether or not to send National Guard troops. If the federal government asked Florida to send National Guard troops to the border for enforcement along the border, would you send National Guard troops to the border?
Not if they were pulling children out of their mother's arms and throwing them in cages.
Absolutely. Under what circumstance would you send them?
Well, if there was a legitimate problem, I mean, of course we're going to protect our borders, so of course we would send them if they were needed for anything else, but not to do that.
All right. Let's talk about Lake Okeechobee.
Sure.
The green algae, this is now the second out of the last 3 years. It's incredibly harmful, detrimental. I don't even think we understand the health effects long term that's being created. What would you do, and what hasn't been done from the governor in the past?
Well, I was there a couple of weeks ago, and I actually flew over to take a quick look at it, because it's one thing to see pictures, another than to see it in real life. And this is just a tragedy that was avoidable, because we've spent hundreds of millions of dollars designing a system to clean up the lake. We already have a small reservoir south. We don't have as much as we need. We should have bought that U.S. sugar land that Rick Scott, as you know, didn't buy, and we had the money and we could have done it. But we have enough to start. We have to move the water south, clean it up, and then we have to stop the bad stuff from coming in. We know where it's coming from. It's runoff from north of there. It's a little bit of agriculture, and it's septic systems. I mean, when there were a lot of these towns were small towns with a few little farms around them, and the septic was fine.
Is the sugar industry the enemy?
I don't think sugar is the enemy. I think there's a role, but most of the sugar land is south of the lake, and I think it's a nice talking point. But the reality is, there's three sources: big ag, overdevelopment north of the lake, and septic system, and they can all be fixed because the septic systems just have to be phased out. They're leaking. The leaching fields are leaking into and it causes the sulfur and the nitrate to get into the.
I'm going to ask you the classic gotcha rich guy question.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
All right. Ready.
What's a gallon of milk cost?
What kind? Well, typically about $2.50.
That's not so much. A little bit more expensive. I don't know where you're shopping. Well, for
Costco.
bread?
We go to Costco.
Costco? Yeah. All right, I'll have to look at Costco. Publix, it's like $4.15.
Oh, we don't.
Dozen eggs?
A dozen eggs. Well,
do you go shopping?
I mean, are you all the time?
Really? You're pushing the cart.
I swear to God, yeah, I do. I love to shop because I enjoy it. So if we go to Whole Foods near our house, and those eggs, if you get the free range organic ones, they're as much as $6 a dozen.
Let's talk about Me Too movement for a second. It was a weird moment in the debate that took place where Gwen Graham was asked if she wanted Bill Clinton to come down and campaign with her, and twice she was asked, she refused to answer. Philip Levine wasn't asked the question, but went out of his way to say he would love to have the Clintons down here. You supported Hillary Clinton, although it didn't sound like as if you were particularly close. My question to you is, in light of the Me Too movement, do you view Bill Clinton differently? Should Bill Clinton be viewed differently today?
Well, you know what? We all make mistakes. I think the things he did were terrible. He's apologized, but I think people need to be forgiven. I mean, he's done a lot of great things for our country, and I think everyone deserves to be forgiven.
Do you need to be forgiven for anything?
I think everybody needs to be forgiven for something.
No, but I'm a little bit serious here, because I'm curious. One of the things that we learned with Donald Trump, another guy, is that he had lots of settlements. And have you ever had to settle a case for discrimination or harassment?
No, never.
You've never been involved in any settlement?
Not that I'm remembering. No, not sexual harassment. No, never.
Discrimination, to your knowledge?
Never. I've never discriminated against anyone.
Okay. Let's talk about guns for a second.
Sure.
Let's end on that note. Parkland tragedy happens. You ran an ad. It's interesting. I've had people react to your ad different ways. Some people think it's a great ad, very emotional. Other people worry that it's exploitive. Talk to me about guns, the NRA, and how you come across with this.
Well, I'll tell you about the ad. The person in the ad is a guy who works for me in West Palm Beach, and I remember the day it happened because I was on the phone with him right after that, and he called me up and I said, "What's?" I said, "You live down there, don't you, Keith?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, I just got there. He said, "My daughter's okay, thank God." And he told me what he'd gone through. So it was very personal to me because I had heard that. I have another friend who has 3 kids at that school. So I knew what was going on.
So what needs to be done? We only have about 30 seconds.
get rid of the assault weapons, ban the sale immediately, get rid of the gun show loophole immediately, better background checks immediately, and stand up to the NRA, which I've been doing with Marion Hammer. We've been in a big fight over the last week, which anybody can Google, because she doesn't like the fact that I find what she's done repulsive.
And eliminate Stand Your Ground?
As soon as possible.
Gwen Graham says that she could suspend it through executive order. Is that the appropriate way to do it?
Any way we get rid of it, the better. It's a license to kill, and it has no place in a civilized society.
Jeff Greene, I really appreciate your coming in.
Thank you.
If you're the nominee, we'd love to have you back in often.
Always love to be here.
All right. Thank you very much. All right, we'll be right back after the break.